単位は5のテスト。
Hello, everybody. My name is Drake.
And I'm Grant, and
together
we can't even waste time with introductions here. Let's be real.
You can't. Okay. I got it out.
We need to get into this. Okay. We need to get this.
This does not even deserve a captain's log because this is dead serious.
We're here at 1:30 a.m. recording this.
1:30.
Overdrive Patriots.
Yeah, what else? Okay, first and foremost, spoiler warning. This is for anyone who's watching this just fresh off of YouTube somehow. We're not that kind of channel to be like, okay, this segment is the spoiler-free zone. There's no spoiler-free zone. We're in the trenches. Okay.
Exactly.
Anyways,
we've waited. Oh my god, dude, we've been waiting like 3 years now for this.
Where do I even start? Usually, we do these, we're reading a chapter, and we have some sort of structure to go
I know,
we
haven't done anything.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
We started our channel, for context, we started our channel literally like the week the last batch of Stone Ocean came out. That kind of was, I think, part of the inception of us starting our channel, was we were kind of inspired by that, and Jojo Land's coming out.
And Jojo Land's was in
Jojo Land now we got this.
It's been years since
Steel Ball Run, man.
We've been through something. This is unreal. I thought Stone Ocean was unreal. Cause I started watching the anime when Part 5 was just coming out, which was like 8 years ago at this point or something like that. And so Part 6 was the first part that I read first instead of watched. And so that was really weird, but this feels even weirder because this is like this is a new universe, it's a new everything. This is the greatest manga alive, legendary Steel Ball Run.
This has a bigger budget than Stone Ocean, easily.
Oh, I think so.
This has the biggest budget I think I've ever seen for David Productions. It feels expensive. That intro, oh my god, it had aura, dude.
It did. Okay, let's start with the changes in the very beginning in the structure, because in the manga the beginning is mostly different. So in the manga it has a big block of text saying like, here's a historical breakdown of the time period. I remember something about Alexander Graham Bell or something. That pops in my mind immediately. And this, it kind of does that. It mentions a bit with, like, the trains or something. I'm just going off of memory here. But it kind of has so much aura, right? It starts off with just JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, right? And then it fades in Part 7, and you're just like, they get it, right? They get that. The existence of Part 7 as a whole is worthy of a whole just title card by itself with no other context. It's wonderful, wonderful. And then it cuts to where the manga is supposed to start, with Sandman getting chased by the other Native Americans, and they're I gotta get him.
I'm so glad that they still, because it was very obvious that they were gonna cut the Sandman thing to save it for later.
We'd already heard about that. I assumed it would be all cut. I assumed we were starting straight in with Gyro.
So I'm really glad that they still preserved that like intro of him like running on the ground and stuff like that. But then also they can save all his backstory for the main like plot.
Do you think we're even still getting that, like, at all?
100%. 100%.
You think when I don't even doubt Silent Way arc happens, it's going to happen there?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because sense. I think that restructures it better, especially because them doing this as a special, they wanted to get to the action as soon as possible. They wanted to get to Johnny, they wanted to get to Gyro.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're just... And also, it's kind of strange because then you have this big introduction for Sandman right in the beginning of it, and then you like it's like a long time until that's followed up on. So I think this is going to honestly help the pacing.
Other Sandman changes, they cut the peak at his stand. When he pays with the emerald in the original, you get like a little glimpse of his stand, like it blinds the cashier or whatever, like because he annoys him or whatever. With like, but I guess it seems like, judging from how they also cut out Heiya's main presence, they really wanted this.
You hear him though.
Yeah, you hear him, but he's supposed to appear physically at this point.
Yeah, no, I remember him on the back. Yeah.
And it seems like they really didn't want to like introduce stands right now. It really
seems... want Tusk to be the first.
Yeah, and Spin and everything. The first stand is going to be...
Or Boom Boom Family.
Boom Boom Family. It's going to be... I think what they want is they want them to pass through the Devil's Palm first to establish that as like the new source of stands. They don't want to muddle things and be like, because we're already being introduced to spin and everything, and so they're like, okay, we can't throw too many ideas at everyone. Let's not do Sandman's stand. Let's hint at Poco Loco's hey-ah, but let's not like fully introduce it until, because he gets like another appearance later, so I assume they'll do that like chunk there in terms of dialogue. But I think I thought I would have disliked it more. Like, when I heard about all the Sandman changes, I was like, oh, man. Because I hate the idea of changing any of it, you know? It just feels, it's always been such, like, a 10 out of 10, perfect. You got to keep everything the same. But I don't know. I really do appreciate these changes.
I dig this change. I think it's a good idea. I think they put it by, I'm saying I think a lot. Clearly, I'm very excitable right now.
Yeah.
Araki has obviously been involved with this and gave a pass through. So
yeah, he always has.
This really lets the pacing be really, really good.
This is the most, I feel like, besides like maybe part 1, that the manga has been like altered in terms of like structure and everything.
Oh, easily. Yeah,
it's been intense. Like part 6
1,
had like
part 1
things.
cuts more, I feel like, though.
Yeah, It's been a while. It's been a while since I read part 1. I've read part 7 so much that I like know all these little beats.
I totally forgot that the section with Johnny like in the hospital or whatever. I completely forgot that was in the manga.
Yep.
Until like looking at the manga
that's
that's such a cool moment. Did they add this? I completely forgot about it.
I don't know how good like late 1800s medicine was, but what I feel like the implication there is that he might have actually even like gotten better or recovered from the injury more if he hadn't gotten all the blood from him stolen. I don't know how that could just not be how human bodies work, but that to me that's what that feels like, is that every single aspect of the world was working against him in that moment to prevent him from riding horses.
Yeah, because he didn't have anyone to like stay with him in the hospital, and that could have been like could have
cared, protected him, anything like that.
Exactly. Yeah. The only restructure thing that bothered me is doing the like Poco Loco Enya flashback later on in the episode was a really weird choice. Because
introducing Poco Loco there was strange. Yeah.
The way they made it, because like Poco Loco wakes up late, and then the flashback happens later or whatever.
They changed it to a flashback. It originally wasn't a flashback. It was just when it took place.
Yeah. And so it's just really odd. They could have just in the edit put that in front of it before the race or whatever.
I guess they didn't want to introduce too many characters back to back because they were busy doing all the Johnny stuff, and they didn't want to throw Poco Loco
it was odd.
in. That
was the only edit for me that was jarring.
When I first got to Poco Loco being introduced, quote unquote, when he sleeps in and misses the start, I thought they just weren't going to include it. I thought they were like, oh, they're just going to skip it and he'll mention that he's super lucky.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was like,
okay,
are they cutting Enya? Really?
And that I wasn't as sure about. Compared to the other things, if I had to take the way they did it or not having any of that stuff at all, I'm glad they did it that way over just cutting everything. But still, I do think they could have just kept if they were just going to keep it anyway, just keep the order. Like, it's not that important.
I literally don't remember. Is Stroheim shown in the lineup in the first few chapters, or is that for later on?
Stroheim is like a 1-chapter thing at like right after Oyo Como Va.
Because I'm pretty sure he's on, because you know how they show like the leaderboard. He's
named,
on the leaderboard from early on.
Yeah, I swear he's named on the leaderboard, but he's not shown until his first appearance. That
was the only one I was wondering, because when they did like the lineup where it was like Mountain Tim and Diego and all that.
No, he's not there. Okay, I think they got everybody that was supposed to be there.
Good.
Mountain Tim,
I don't know how I feel about Mountain Tim's design. I feel like they softened it a little bit.
It's closer to his like end of his story design, and rather than like the earlier one, which I like more than the earlier one, but I gotta see him in action more. I wish they gave him more like bold color palette or something. Mainly, he's just kind of like white, which I get. He's kind of going for the white hat Western stereotype of like the chivalrous, righteous gunslinger or whatever.
I just think his design feels the most different so far.
You think so?
He felt like a lot stockier, I feel like, in the manga.
I'd have to look at it again. Again, he was on screen for 5 seconds.
This is yeah, exactly. This is a huge lore drop right now. This is hot off the presses.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who shoots Johnny now has an official name. His name is Smith.
They named him in the because it's a gun, like Smith and Wesson. Okay,
yeah, Smith and Wesson. Yeah,
that's funny. So like just in the credits, they
put in the credits. Yeah.
They've done that a few times before.
Alternate Hermes in Part 6.
I forgot they did that.
Remember they did that? That was crazy. We talked about it.
What did they call her?
Before. I don't even remember at this point. I'll look it up while you
figure it out.
Thing.
What was I gonna say? That whole backstory I think was done really well with Johnny. I think I'm glad that they showed Johnny, like, I think one scene earlier than he's actually shown in the manga. There's that everyone always posts about, like, oh, Gyro's first panel is the whole, like, page spread, and then Johnny's first panel, he's, like, scrunched in the corner and is, like, barely even there. I think it's nice that we just get to see him, like, just before Gyro, because it establishes him more as, like, the main character, while Gyro, when it was being written, was really, like, the protagonist. He was even, like, labeled as the protagonist one time, I think. So the Johnny focus is fun.
The alternate Hermes is named Eldis,
according
to the credits of the last episode.
That's right. Doesn't compare to Smith. What a name. I think Smith is the name I remember because we did the Narancia video. Smith is the name of the guy in Aerosmith.
Now, yes!
This is alternate universe.
This is alternate universe Aerosmith.
We've gone delirious.
We're going to be the only ones to make that connection.
Yeah, no one on Earth. No one on Earth is going to say that.
The Narancia video 3 years ago that no one watched.
Everyone, right now, go watch
our 3-year-old Narancia bio video.
Go click up above. I'm not even going to bother adding. I'm not going to scroll through this whole thing to add a little tooltip. Let's just go to that.
So funny.
I need to... What else? Soundtrack.
Oh,
soundtrack.
God. Best soundtrack of all time.
God. That was the #1 thing I was most anticipated for with this. Because, like, I could always just read the manga, right? Like, that's not... If I want the story, I could just read it. But there was no soundtrack. There's no way to get a Steel Ball Run David production soundtrack until they actually did the anime. And now it's here. And it's real. And it's so good. That's what... I don't think... This episode had good animation. It did. It's still not, like, the cream of the crop, top tier, like, people aren't clip farming on YouTube shorts, like, oh, here's...
It's not UFO table, you know.
here's the insane climactic showdown between these guys with a billion frames a second.
Kaisen and all that
stuff. Yeah. I like Jujutsu Kaisen, but... I wish, give all of JJK's budget and give it over to David Production. They don't need it. They have plenty of shit. They have plenty of money. Let's move it over. It would be nice, right?
Dude, the horse animation was so good, though. They did such a great job.
Yeah, it was. It was good.
Even when they had to do, like, the CGI parts, I thought it looked good, too.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't... I've seen a lot of jarring CGI in anime before, and this was not too bad. Like, I could definitely tell in most shots, but a couple shots I was like... Is that CGI? Which means that it probably was. But the fact that even my brain was like, I'm not sure, means that they're definitely making a lot of good progress.
Similar to, like, the soundtrack stuff, and I'm sure we'll talk more about that. We're kind of just so scattered. We're talking about everything.
I have no structure for this.
The sound effects and all that stuff. Like, we knew previously that they're using the Hammond sound effects for...
It's very similar, at least. It's not the exact same, but it's very similar.
But when Diego does his, like, shifting in between the horses really fast, it is literally, like,
It does the bass boost.
Yeah, it does, like, the world bass, like, the first part of the sound effect.
It's not the same. It's not the exact same.
It's not the full thing, but it's like
enough.
The first, like, half a second of it.
Just enough to not be jarring, but it's enough to, like, it's... Oh, that's...
It's like, you know what it's like? It's like when, in part 6, when Jotaro has the sped up time stop.
Yes, his is slightly different. It's more like sharp, is what I'd say. Yeah,
but it's definitely evoking the exact same thing. So I was like, oh
trying.
my god!
It's definitely so cool. Trying to do the same thing. This is what I was going... I totally forgot. I got messed up in my rant. What I was going with my... my animation rant was that so many other anime out there I see get praised for like, oh my gosh, it has like the best animation ever, but I think David Productions does such an incredible job like in its adaptation in terms of like everything else besides like just the animation. I think like the soundtrack,
the music,
the sound effects, they're always on point. The sound effects, the color shifting, the onomatopoeia, all the stuff the series has always had.
God, yeah.
That's what really sells the adaptation.
The voice acting,
something like
how good was the voice acting?
I could name a couple tracks from other anime. There's good. Like Hunter x Hunter has good tracks. Like JJK has like one. Like they use it in memes a lot. Dragon Ball, yeah, that's a good opening. But like, I don't know. It's just every single orchestrated track here like enhances the mood so much. When we're in that final stretch and they're all facing each other and the color palette changes and everything, I was feeling tense. I know how this story ends. I know Gyro makes it. I know everything, but I could feel it.
Totally.
That was the magic of that they do with this adaptation. It's crazy, wonderful. I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Just, okay. I remember the one thing was when Gyro passes the finish line and it slows down and it suddenly goes like quiet and it's just like him and Silhouette for like a bit. And that's just so the every time when they like went silent was always like, oh my gosh. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing so bad. And I can't say that about like any other anime. And I would take that over like great animation any day. I would do it any day. It's too good. It's I'm so happy right now.
I was feeling so, I think I even talked about this. I definitely talked about this with you off air. I mean, we're not live.
We're live on the air.
Off this, but I think I talked about it in chapter reviews too, where I've been feeling kind of like apathetic towards this because like the marketing has been bad because we don't know when other episodes are coming, and it's just been odd all around. And the whole thing where it was like, we're gonna announce something at a convention. We're gonna announce like a live stream for a live stream for a live stream.
Yeah,
like
I would
until
stay
we
up
saw
until
the first
3
bit of
a.m.
animation
like 2 times and like have to wait.
And we didn't get animation until like the third one of these like live stream presentation things. I mean that the Anime Expo one was brutal. That they did literally on July 4th, where it was just like nothing.
More than that. It was nothing. It was absolutely nothing.
And so everything about it, even though the first trailer was really good, I've just felt apathetic about. And then now having this release, and it just like energizes me, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be the best JoJo part.
Back in the mood.
In animation too. Totally.
It's
totally.
I'm so satisfied. Like, I don't know, maybe there could have been things different. I guess they could have just done a one-to-one
How do you feel about them cutting the line about Lucy being Steven's wife?
Oh my gosh, they did. I was too big. You're right. They did cut that.
Yeah.
Why did they cut that? I don't like that. Because I think it's... I'm guessing what they're doing is that they're trying to not make Steven seem as explicitly villainous. Because once that line hits, you're like, something's wrong. Because obviously, just like, you're like, something... Like in the... But in how he's portrayed, he's very goofy and silly, because he shifts from being super serious and dramatic to like crying and everything. He's a very silly character. So I guess they didn't want to make it feel
undercut
weird.
That and make it
Yeah, I guess. That's I don't know. That's part of the nuance. It's part of the nuance. Is that you are introduced to this character and you're initially like, whoa, what's going on here? And then later you get to learn like, oh, he's actually doing a very nice thing for her, and he's not like that at all. So I guess that kind of undercuts that. That's kind of unfortunate.
That's probably the worst cut of the episode.
Yeah, unless unless you're just lying to me, and I just forgot.
I'm not lying to you. It's not in.
I'll
it's
take
not
your
in the
word for it.
episode. Twitter's already on fire over it too.
Twitter's on fire. Got it.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at
just
anything.
Talking
I'm just talking.
I'm the man in the chair.
You're
right
doing
now.
research, and I'm just spitballing.
I'm making sure, because if the Jojo wiki picks up on stuff, you know, like the voice actors and all that stuff. The voice actors, by the way, I didn't mention. I don't think when we were doing this, that Avdol and Enya are the same voice actors from Part 3.
Yeah. I figured. I figured they sounded.
It made sense. Enya sounded identical. Avdol only has like one line, so it was hard to tell exactly. But
yeah, and Avdol's voice is just Steven's voice, so it's.
Yes,
I was like, that's the same, isn't it? I'm like that. There was no reason why they couldn't get him in the same recording session to be like, say this one line and then be done.
Yeah. The other thing a lot of people are talking about is there's a website called animeschedule.net, and it's saying right now that episode 2 is coming out like next week at the same time. But I don't know how reliable this is.
I was about to say that would be insane. I would be the happiest man alive, but
I don't know why they wouldn't announce that.
Yeah, so. I didn't see anything on the official JoJo Twitter. I didn't see anything like that, and they announced everything. So.
I cannot believe they didn't do a little teaser at the end of like a cutting scenes from the rest of the season and being like, coming summer or whatever.
This is supposed to be like a special episode. Come on, give us.
Like, people are gonna be watching this and be so thrilled and so excited, and then they're gonna just like have nothing.
Imagine trying to be like a new fan and trying to get into it, but you just have to watch one episode and then wait for who knows months. You could wait months. Yeah. I'm assuming. Are they discovering the secret worse schedule than batch releases, where you release one 40-minute episode and then go into batches, or more horrifically, just 40-minute episodes every few months? Just
oh God,
like imagine monthly 40-minute episodes. That actually
that would if it was actually monthly, I don't think that would be that bad.
It's still pretty bad. Steel Ball Run is long.
It's pretty bad.
Steel Ball Run is like 24 volumes.
It is long.
That's like a whole. Some anime are 24 volumes long total.
They like just covered like 3 volumes in that.
Yeah.
Because it covered the whole first American.
Yeah,
volume.
they breezed through that. They breezed. Through, it was crazy fast pacing. They did have to cut quite a bit of random stuff, but I think it worked out. Worked out very well. I liked the alternate color choices they did were good. I think they worked well. They've always been good at that. I don't think they've ever been bad. I liked a moment when I think it was when Gyro made the guy shoot himself. It's regular color palette, and then it's alternate color palette for like the 1 second he shoots himself, and then it goes back. I thought that was just something I noticed. That was just like, I don't think I've seen them do like a really short color palette swap before, like a really just sudden one. So I thought that was cool.
See, are you ready? The reason they use the world sound effect now, like the shortened version, is so it's foreshadowing. So then high voltage, they play like the full sound effect when he like passes by Johnny.
The full one, and he's voiced by the original voice actor.
Exactly.
Wouldn't that be the greatest moment in history of anything ever? Wouldn't that just be the best?
Chills, goosebumps.
The first line he says, I don't know what it. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is.
It's probably the world.
It's probably imagine hearing original voice actor just say the world, and it plays the original sound effect, and I get nostalgia baited, and I go, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. Cheap nostalgia bait only works when it's high voltage and nothing else. That's the only thing I'll allow. Otherwise, it's slop, and anything else is slop. And
you know how they had those little like interstitial bits where it said like Steel Ball Run or whatever?
Yeah.
Do you think that little 3D CGI is like a little portion of the intro when Gyro running or whatever?
No, they've never, for any of the other, like when in the Golden Wind they had the little coin flip, and then the Stone Ocean they had the little string. That was never taken from anything. I think it's just they wanted to do a unique thing for the stand
one just
intro.
Yeah.
Which I assume it will become. Yeah.
I just saw it was 3D animated, and I was like, "Is that the intro?"
Oh my god!
No intro. no intro or outro was disappointing. We were talking about this earlier, that no intro was pretty likely, but no outro kind of stunk.
No outro sucks. I don't remember
but
if it was like
hearing the whole theme was really, really nice at the end.
Apparently, I remember I saw that they announced this, but nothing else about the episode. On the 20th, so tomorrow, day from now. Because to me, tomorrow is today, because it's 2 a.m. in the morning. So on the 20th, they're releasing the main Steel Ball Run theme. They just said on all platforms. They'll just be releasing the full song, which is going to be great. I remember I listened to that theme in there were a few Frankenstein versions, edits where they had to cut out the crowds because they would play it in the background of conventions and stuff. And it was always so good. And it was so good in the episode too. It's so good. It's all good. Yeah. It's all good. Do I have anything bad to say? Yeah, I hate Netflix. I hate you, Netflix. You're dumb.
I just hate this bad release strategy. It's so asinine.
No other series gets this. Why us?
It's the most bizarre thing in the world. Bizarre. Say that again. If you're gonna make it long, make it like a movie so we can go see this in theaters or something.
That would have been fun. If you're gonna be
right.
If you're gonna be I'm gonna release this in batches. If you're gonna be doing that, release the whole stretch where they don't do stands as a Steel Ball Run movie or something right? End with Oil Coma Va.
Call it Steel Ball Run : the first stage.
Yeah, something like that. End with Mrs. Robinson, or something like that. And then just be done with it. And then just be or even Boom Boom Family. I don't even know. Just a bit more. Let me see it in theater. Could you imagine seeing that in theaters? Everyone else gets a movie. Demon Slayer gets a movie. Chainsaw Man gets a movie.
Now we'll get Love Train and High Voltage.
Oh my god, could you imagine?
Be crazy.
You know what? If after all this is said and done, if we get batches for everything, we already got batches for Stone Ocean, we get batches for Steel Ball Run. If we get the finale of Steel Ball Run as a movie in theaters,
all is forgiven.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, you're good.
I could die happy. I could die a happy man.
You could give us 30 seconds of animation a month, but if I can see the final part in IMAX,
if I get to see Tusk Act 4 on the big screen, it's over for everyone. It's done. It's over. Nothing could be better.
A small detail that I thought was really, really funny is during Johnny's flashback when he smiles towards the camera and it does the teeth.
Yes, I thought that was so funny.
That was hilarious.
Oh my god, that was funny. I laughed at that. That was so good. This is Johnny Joestar. He looks towards the camera and it does a little shine. It's great stuff. There was some of the. I remember in the beginning when whenever a horse gets knocked over, it has really good animation. It's really weighty. It's really violent. Is how it feels, which makes sense. It's a horse falling over. I don't know. Just from the original trailers, did not expect it to look as good. I thought the trailers solid. I remember thinking
they look solid.
The first one looked solid. The second one looked better. But this was when it really hit, I was saying damn out loud multiple times. I was really into it. Really happy about how they got it. Sometimes it's a bit there's a guy on screen with a looping animation and nothing happening. It's okay, I could deal with it. I can live with it. It's whatever. It's not the worst thing in the world. I don't want them to slave away forever.
Again, the marketing and all this stuff around this has just done everything possible to make me not as hyped. And then, of course, the actual episode comes out and it's
Steel Ball Run. It's
yeah.
I don't know how to feel about the new influx of fans. Hopefully on the way. I think part skipping is a controversial topic. The LARPers, as we now say in the past
week,
I think. The new nomenclature. Yes. Jargon.
Jargon.
Yeah. The newbies who start with Steel Ball Run, which I assume... It's a separate tab on Netflix, too. It starts with Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Part 7, but it's literally a separate section on Netflix instead of Parts 1 to 6, which I get.
Do you think when they eventually get to Jojolian, it'll be under, that, or do you think it'll just be separate?
I think they'll stay with the Steel Ball Run. I think they'll. I don't actually. No, because they titled the tab. They just might make it separate.
Yeah, Steel Ball Run. Yeah.
If they're on Netflix. Anyways, what was I saying? Part skipper. Part skipping is a complicated topic, because there's a lot of nuance you get from the new universe with context of the old universe.
It's not okay, and also I see so many people say it's just about like spotting new characters, but themes and other stuff, themes and such now is another
a new jargon. Whatever.
A lot of that is continued through this, and overall story arcs and character arcs are played upon with your expectations. That I think is pretty important going into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't think it's the end of the world if someone starts with part 7.
End of
it's
the
not
world.
That big of a deal. End of the world. Oh my god. I'm on fire tonight.
Crazy. I think specifically Araki himself, the man himself, said that he had made part 7 with the intention of it being like a new starting point. And I don't think
it wasn't even called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure originally. It was just called Steel Ball Run.
And I see a lot of like posts go viral sometimes. Where I think literally because Netflix had tweeted out like,
this morning.
you can start with part 7 fresh. You don't need to watch the others, and they got like demolished on Twitter, which I get, but also who am I to argue with the author's intent over just my like, well. Actually, you have to read all of it first, and you actually death of the author. Actually, I hate him, and he's stupid, and it sucks, and you can't do that. Actually, at some point, high voltage is less cool, but you get the gist. It's like you just don't get it. It's a guy. He shows up with a new stand. There you go. Wow, what a crazy thing to get there. But I still think it's better if you read all of it. But it's not the biggest deal in the world. If you skip anything else, though, if you go to like straight like the part 5,
I think the only acceptable points or start points are part 1 or part 7.
That's the only. There's nothing else. You're not allowed to do anything else. Anything else?
You can start with George Joestar too.
Of course, yeah. You can start with Thus Spoke Kashibe Rohan live action specifically.
That's true, actually.
That's unironically that's what it was made for. So, I'm trying to see if I can gather anything else. I think I'm actually.
I feel like also the minute we stop recording, we're gonna have 10 more things. We're gonna start talking.
Once I get a chance to stop talking and have some silence, I'm gonna think of something.
In a silent way.
Oh my god, the best stand of all time.
This is just such a gold standard for adaptations for me. I
think it is.
I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy. It's been a long and winding road.
Like if you look at all of JoJo, I'm like, how many years would it take before I would even care about getting any sort of second anime adaptation? Like 50 at this, but I don't know.
Like a reanimated?
Yeah, it's gonna happen eventually. At some point. I don't know.
I guess in a long enough time.
Remember, there was an original JoJo anime, in the 90s and everything.
OVA and all that.
Yeah, exactly. This just happens.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying that this is such an ambitious project. I mean, it's not gonna be matched. Yeah. I'm so happy.
Good.
That's all I can say. I'm so happy.
Every expectation was met, surpassed even. Yeah, I think so. I can't wait to listen to more of the soundtrack. That's. I want to download all of it. Oh, the Dio leitmotif showed up. I completely forgot about that. It goes blah 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 blah, and that was the best part of the entire.
Soy jacking.
I soy jacked at the screen. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was so good. What do you think about Diego's new voice?
Good. I liked him. I liked all the voice actors.
I don't think he's good as Dio, but okay.
Let's just establish we both watched sub. We didn't.
I didn't watch the dub. I didn't even consider. That's right. It's simul-release, right? Yeah. I might go back and watch it also on dub. I watched the whole thing dub. I don't think you have, but I
did you? Have you actually?
Yeah, I have. It's a good dub.
Oh.
Some parts of it are not good.
Yeah.
But a lot of it's good. It has a good dub cast.
Yeah. I've seen clips of the dub, but I've watched everything subbed.
I remember people sometimes complain about the part 1 because they talk in British accents the whole time, but I think it's fun.
No, that's great.
That's good.
I love that.
That's good. I don't think they talk like cowboys in this from the clips I saw. I don't think they go.
No.
I don't think
they have Frieza.
Oh wait, no, he would be Italian.
They have Frieza as Johnny. So.
Yes, they do. they have That's good. That's good stuff. Someone's a genius out there. But everything. I'm so happy that I can say it was good. My biggest fear was I was going to watch this and just be like, I waited all this time just for it to be subpar and for it to not
like
be
mid,
good. Because this is
right?
going to become what Steel Ball Run is to people for the foreseeable future.
We're also locked into probably 2 years of this anime.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because of how long. It's going to be longer than Stardust Crusaders, probably. Maybe not. Maybe not since they shortened at least this first stage.
That's true. I don't know.
It's going to be as long as Stardust Crusaders anime.
I don't know. They could start slowing down the pace once it hits, like, the Ultra Jump, like, seinen sections rather than the earlier weekly chapters. Because it's a different tone. It's a different
I'm pretty sure,
style.
What is it, after Boom Boom Families when it gets into the
I think it's, like, in the middle
stuff.
of that or something like that.
It's pretty early.
It's fairly early. So I'm thinking that they might slow it down then. But at this pace, I don't know. Because at this point, we're looking at, like, multiple hypothetical seasons, which hasn't happened since Stardust Crusaders. And Stardust Crusaders arguably did not need multiple seasons. That's a whole nother can of worms. Well, it's not even that big of a can of worms. It's just that they was slow. Sun did not need to be an episode, but whatever. I can't wait. No Valentine, no opening.
We were talking about this earlier too, where I was saying, are they gonna sneak Valentine in as like a little teaser at the end, and they did not.
No, because they hate it. They hate the fans. They just hate them. They just want them to suffer.
Honestly, this was the worst adaptation of all time.
I think I'm letting it sit and simmer
because they didn't add it.
Yeah, because they didn't add in specifically Fat Valentine. I'm pissed off. You know what I'm pissed off about?
They didn't canonize my Sandman fan theory.
You know what I'm mad about? They didn't do the fucking small horses. Right? Am I crazy?
Oh my god, no, they didn't!
They didn't do the small one. What about the big thing of ice? There's a trophy in there. They have a big thing of ice.
They have ruined the verisimilitude of the
verisimilitude has been ruined. It's done. I can't take it. This is the last episode of this review series. This is it. I can't.
Jojo Overdrive honestly is canceled. I think we're deleting the channel.
Jojo Overdrive is Jojo. That's what they say.
Bring back the small horses.
If this video can hit like a handful of likes, we'll come back. You know, if we could get like a couple people to say in the comments, you guys are the best guys ever. I think that would get me back in the spirit of things. You know?
And guess what? We've now uploaded twice in a 24-hour period. You got never say we didn't give you anything.
That's true. Am I gonna edit this right now? Is that what's about to happen at 2 a.m.? I don't have time tomorrow. I really don't. We're busy people. We're busy people.
I know.
I don't have time tomorrow. I might have to do it right now as we speak.
We'll see. Either way, we're getting this on time. No whining. There's no crying in JoJo, okay?
Exactly. Men don't cry in JoJo. This is well established fact. Yeah. Quote.
Or if you want a musical reference, boys don't cry.
We're cultured here. See, we're cultured. Araki would love us, right? We would be best friends if we met each other, right?
True.
Right?
Until we start asking about Flashback Man. Yeah, you bet I got Flashback Man in this episode.
You bet. It wouldn't be a Jojo Overdrive episode without Flashback Man, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Hit the
countdown.
Countdown's bad. Jobin was a better antagonist than Toru.
All right.
Okay, we're good. I think it's everything. Jojo Overdrive Fish. It's in the thumbnail.
Jojo Overdrive Fish.
It's in the thumbnail. I think we've just alienated everybody who is still possibly listening.
Yeah.
There's no one left.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if this is the first time
You're supposed to say that at the beginning of the video, actually. Anyone here at this point doesn't care.
We've lost all the retention.
If I said
only the true Jojo.
We should have a little thing at the beginning during the intro with Joseph using Hermit Purple, and it should have a little green screen pop up in the bottom right and a little subscribe button, and it goes ding, and it rings a bell, and it goes ding, subscribe, ding, subscribe. That's what we should have. Then we would unironically get like twice the subscribers for some reason. Okay.
All right, we've gone delirious at this point.
We have. It's time to cut it. It's time to cut us off. We've had enough. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. This has been Jojo Overdrive, signing off.
Coming through now. Coming through, coming through, coming through. Shake it like your feet. Hold the drive. Coming through, coming through, coming through now. Coming through, coming through, coming through now. Coming through, coming through, coming through. Watch where you're going. Hold the drive. Let the downside up to top notch. Whatever haters do. Hot top.